Yeah, I don't want to go to jail for anything. I'm much too, weak.
And you're pretty. You are listening to the Stand Up Dads podcast.
This is hecka boring.
Yeah, it is.
Let's try again.
Hey, you're listening to Stand Up Dads. This is Rob.
And Mike.
I can't remember. I think we're on episode 68 or something like that.
That's freaking cool.
We're still in quarantine here in California.
As it should be,
I
until
know.
we know.
But I'm just so... I'd be all cool if I was alone. But I'm getting mad at my wife and kid for blinking too loud. It's just... I don't know. I would rather...
That makes me feel better because I do feel like, oh my God, man, there are times where Olivia's asked me, why are you so upset? And I'm like, I haven't even said anything, but it must just be on my face.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not. And well, then why you look like that? I'm like, oh, I must be just waking up like, rah!
Yeah. We agreed that I'd be the one that does the shopping. So yesterday, Kim was like, oh, I think we're out of milk. I'll go. Just
yeah.
I'm so ready. But yeah, I'm just grouchy all the fucking time. And I feel bad for the wife and kid because they've done nothing wrong.
Yeah. And we're put in a position where it's I had to just start, rethinking everything in terms of, one friend I talked to, she flat out was the stuff she was getting from the school. She was like, this is making learning miserable for my son. She basically told them and told me this. She was like, I just told him, what is he supposed to learn? And I'm going to just adapt it. So one of her sons was, I think in preschool or first grade, they were like, well, he's going to learn time and money.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, she made fun games for them to play with the clock where, he gets a quarter every time she turns the clock around if he gets it right away.
So he gets money and time.
Yeah. And
cool.
It made me really start to think where it's last week I was so stressed about getting the stuff done right. And they give a lot.
Yeah.
We did I don't know, I'd say when you think of it in terms of how long they're at school, it's not a long time. Mm-hmm. It's probably about 4 hours we're doing a day.
Jeez, really?
Yeah. And
ours is 45 minutes.
But I work too. Yeah. So that's all deficit, where I'm having to, do it and then do more, split it up throughout the day so it's not messing up me doing my work. But yeah, some of it is just we're just gonna, in general, you might have, if they were at school, they do a different version of it, but some of it we're just doing the minimum, like we had to do a zoo design where they did area and perimeter.
Okay.
And when you're done, you could do the animals and color it. And on Monday, I was like, that's going to be super fun. But there was so much stuff to do for writing and English and reading that by the time today was, it's just Ollie's like, I don't want to do it. I'm like, that's fine. And it sucks because I was most excited about that. I'm like, yeah. And it's yeah, okay. So now I'm already teaching her. Let's just, at this point, we just got to get some. And then that sucks. But what are you going to do? What I have tried to do, though, I don't even know if I told you this. We had been doing forts before. I'd moved the stuff in the living room and I was bringing out freaking anything to make corners for a fort. So it'd be a lamp, a broom, a vacuum, And then before I got her back this week, I looked online and looked up how to make PVC forts.
Okay.
So I bought all the stuff and cut it down and now it's been 2 nights now and she's made 2 different forts and she's
very
making
cool.
So it's kind of cool. They show you how to, there's certain size ones that you're just eventually going to have to tie up and put next to it.
Yeah.
But everything else will fit just in a container. And she can sit there and she's building and that fell down.
Awesome.
This is so it's a giant erector set, or whatever, the giant Legos. And yeah, it's a trip. And that's been kind of cool because, then as we're doing it, I'm trying to show her how we're using the tape measure.
Yeah.
How many inches this is, we're going to do double this one. How much is this? And granted, that only lasted for about one of the things I cut.
Sure.
Then she was I don't want to be, I just want you to do it.
Yeah.
But
makes sense.
Yeah. trying to make something fun out of, and then also trying not to beat yourself up because for me, I'm like, we have not managed to get out to do any exercising.
Well, so the other day I hear Owen walk up to Kim, and we were all being crabby that day.
Yeah.
He goes, "Mommy, are you having your period?" So my kid who's 7.
And then did you laugh? Because that makes it so much worse.
I was like,
yeah.
Did he just ask you if you're on the rag? Because that's misogynistic as hell, but hilarious.
Yeah.
And then she was like caught off guard. She's like, "Why are you asking that?" She's like, "Oh, I just saw it on TV." So it turns out there's a show on Disney called Sydney to the Max.
Okay.
And they
I have
had
to ask Goldie if she's seen it because I don't think I read.
Well, they had a very special first period episode.
Period.
The girl, I guess, it happens. So that's how my kid learned about reproduction in a bit. I mean, she explained it to him as minimally as possible, and he didn't care. He was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." He's like, "Do I have to get him?" "No." "Okay." And he was just gone.
Do I have to get him? I love that. Such a guy answer.
It totally is.
Does it affect me? No. All right, then.
But since, most girls start periods anywhere between 10 to 15, it's going to affect you.
And because of the whole boob thing already starting, which was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then my mom and her mom going like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." Like we're on the clock already for it. She's like in 3rd grade, and they were both like, "Oh, it's gonna hit about 7th." I'm like, "What the hell?" Like 5th grade, she could have a whole rack. What? Not cool. Not cool.
I still remember when they took us in class, and I think it was 5th grade where they took us, the boys in one class and the girls in another.
Yeah.
Or was it?
Yeah, I remember that.
No, it was 6th grade. We were with Fryman, so we had no idea what video they saw, and we were watching ours. And Fryman, who I think I talked about this before, he was like the sweetest, most gentle guy. Anyone have any questions? You could tell he was just so uncomfortable. And
please have no questions. Come on.
Yeah, and my stupid ass. So the penis goes in the vagina. How do you know when you're done? And he just turned so red. And it was a legit question.
Mm-hmm.
And his answer was just, "You'll know." And he was right.
I love that answer too. It's such a perfect dad answer. "You'll know." But I really don't want to have this conversation.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a clip about dads being prepared for that first period.
Okay.
And it's from Chad Daniels. I've had him on here. He's a great dad comic. And it's called The First One. Here it is.
She's 14 now. When she was 12, I started listening to podcasts about periods. And I know that seems creepy. I'm positive I'm on a list somewhere. But I never wanted to be the dad that had to send her to her mom to ask her all those questions. I don't want, that's a question for your mom. You know where to find me if you want to play catch. I mean, it's ridiculous, right?
Ridiculous,
so, I was listening to these podcasts, but I had to stop because one of them kind of creeped me out. It said, if you're going to show your daughter how to use a tampon, you push it into your hand. And then, so I was like, well, yeah, my hand's been a vagina. Okay, that makes sense. Sure. If you're looking for a number, you're not going to get it. Just know that it has been. But then I pictured myself pushing a tampon into my hand, and oh my God, it just looks like a magic trick. Does it not? Just like, hey, whoa. Where's the tampon? You better find it, because toxic shock is real.
Oh my God.
My daughter got her period at my house for the first time. And she came downstairs and she goes, Dad, 2 things. Number 1, got my period. Number 2, don't want to talk about it. And I was like, number 1, great. Number 2, greater. And she said, I have to go to Mom's house because she bought me some stuff. And I said, I don't know if you've heard about the new legislation that was just passed, but dads are now allowed to buy things. They're letting us out of the house. So I said, come upstairs. And we went upstairs and I opened the closet next to the laundry room. And in there was 1 box of all of the each. I had all the kinds, every box that they make. Or at least that were at the store. Because I got there and I was like, oh, that's different. All right, oh, that's different too. And I got all of them. And that cost $217 where I live. And I said, whatever you need for this is going to be in here. Because that is every kind. They don't make any more than that. If you need something that isn't in there, I'm sorry about your square vagina. And in that case, we are going to have to call your mom. Because she's way better at making appointments. And then she just goes, God, you're so dumb. And she grabbed a box. She goes, it's right here. I know what I need. And then she left. I didn't have anything to do, so I brought back $211 worth of tampons. That is an interesting exchange. There were so many boxes left, and you can't carry them in because they're all individual boxes. So I had to walk into Target, get an empty cart, and just walk out with an empty cart. And people were like, is this bitch stealing a cart? What is going on? So then I loaded it up with all the tampons, and I brought it back in, and I brought it to the exchange counter, and the guy goes, you checking out? And I go, checking in.
Checking in.
And he looked at my cart, and he looked at me, and he just goes, I mean, what happened? That is a reasonable question. But I didn't know I was going to get asked, so I panicked, and I just went, she said pancake mix. If we could get this done, everybody's real hungry at the house.
Thank you, Chad Daniels, for that.
That's hella funny, man.
So do you guys have a plan already on how you're going to do this?
Well, what's funny is Olivia, even at 9, is already like, I want to come here to Mama. I don't want to.
Well, with your luck, it'll happen when she's with you.
Yeah, and I will be prepared for it because I will talk with Melissa and we'll get it planned. But what the good thing is that it's already been set between Melissa and her Oli's aunt that my older niece has already gone through it, and they made it into a kind of a fun thing. Like they had a cake, and they made it she's becoming a woman, so it's actually
a period party.
Totally. And it made it like, so that Oli and my other niece who's just like 8 months older than her, when they talk about it, it's kind of not a scary thing anymore. It's like, oh, that's when I'll get my party, like.
So she's actually looking forward to it instead of dreading it?
I wouldn't say looking forward to it because, they've talked about kind of, her and her mom have talked about what it'll be like and all that. But I think it's changed it. So it's not like, I think when it happens, it's not going to be like a, what the hell? Like, because I've heard stories of that too, where people weren't told anything. And then that happens and you think, what's happening to me? Like,
see,
that would be the worst. I would not want that to happen to her,
Horrible. Because could you imagine? You think you're dying?
Yes. Yeah. So I'm lucky that in our co-parenting, we're able on some things to be just like we're supportive of each other, and we're there. But on definitely she's taking the lead on that one, and that's as it should be,
Yeah.
because I'm there and I'm gonna be able. I'll get her everything she needs and stuff. But I think it's a shared experience thing. I think it's one of those things where it's like I'm gonna. As much as you could say it, you're still gonna be like, you don't know what I'm going through. And it's gonna be
Well,
like, I don't.
we don't, because I remember Kim
Yeah.
telling me about when she got it. She got like this kit with like all these like snaps and straps and all this crap.
What?
I don't know, man. Apparently,
What
it's a lot.
is that?
I don't know, and I'm glad I don't.
What?
I don't know. We lucked out, you and me. Except I lucked out more because I don't think I ever have to deal with that with my son.
You think
Uh-huh.
That's
But
like a
I
funny.
don't know. But yeah, you brought up the period party. Bert Kreischer does a thing. This is from him on Conan.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a clip of him talking about it. And he threw a period party for his kid. And he tells it as only he can. Here you go.
How old are your daughters?
14 and 12. They both had their periods, if that's what you're asking. Oh, we can't talk about this.
No. Hey, can I just make it really clear? That's not what I was asking. When are they having their period?
Oh,
No, I didn't ask that.
It's aggressive.
What?
Yeah, the whole period thing?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I did not see that coming.
No one told you about that.
Well, I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't think I'd be around. My oldest got hers first. That's how it happened, right? And so, we can talk. She gets hers. Thank God I wasn't there. I was on the road. I would have ruined that.
Yeah.
I'd be like, all right, you go to the river and do laundry for a week. You're dirty.
Good God.
She brought me down. She told my wife, I'm not ready to be
Go
a
to
big
the
girl.
river.
I don't want to be a big girl. And my wife's like, honey, this is life. They got donuts. Watch Downton Abbey. Done.
Right.
I came home.
So she handled it perfectly.
Oh, I came home. I was like, she's
Awesome.
like, George, I got her period. And I was like, what do you need me to do? She's like, we got it. Isla, my youngest, got hers on a Friday. Now, on Fridays, my wife goes to therapy and her chiropractor. So Isla got hers at school, called the house. I answered. She's like, Dad, I got my period. I was like, prank call her, prank call her. I was like, you called the wrong number, dickhead. Call your mom. But then I started thinking, she's panicking. She needs a parent. I'm like, all right, I can handle this. I go, okay. How'd you get it? Like, is it traumatic?
Yes, sure.
Were you accepting an award in front of the whole school? Or, like, my wife got hers at a football game wearing white pants.
Oh, my God.
It was an Alabama football game, so her dad was like, she bleeds school colors, roll tide. I'm on the other line. I'm all right. I can handle this. I go, okay, baby, what do you need from me? New pants, new panties, new socks? Did it get in your socks? Like a bucket of towels, some garlic. We got to keep the vampires away. And then she's like, Dad, I'm fine. Mom gave me a go bag. And I go, then what are you calling me for? She was like, I need you to go to the store and get supplies. I'm throwing a period party tonight. You never heard of this?
Period
No,
party?
why would I?
You never heard of this?
I've never heard of that.
Dude, this is real. This is real. She goes, Dad, I'm throwing a period party. I'm like, what's that? She goes, I need you to go to the store and get a red velvet cake. I'm like, dude, all the girls are throwing them, Dad. Red velvet cake and icing so we can name my period.
What?
And that's what I said. I go, who names their period? She's like, Georgia named hers after the girl from Progressive Auto Insurance. I swear to God.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah. And then she's like, Dad, please,
Freaking
I got
awesome.
10 people coming tonight. I go, 10 people? She goes, yeah, 8 girls and 2 boys. I go, who invites boys to a period party? She's like, that's the fun of it, Dad. We don't tell them why they're there. Now I'm like, I'm in. Let's do it. Let's go. Dude, I had the best time of my life.
So what did you get?
Oh, I got beet juice, pomegranate juice, pasta with marinara sauce, ketchup and fries, red velvet cake, and my wife, red wine. My wife called. She's like, what are you doing? I'm going, oh, Isla got her period. I'm getting her a red velvet cake. My wife's like, I go, yeah, we're having a period party. And it was awesome. The period party, I hope to God you hear it in a positive manner, and you fathers get to throw your daughter a period party, because it was awesome. These 2 boys the whole time have red cake all over their face like they're cage fighters, and they're like, who's Jason?
What? She named it Jason?
Because she got her period on Friday the 13th.
Oh!
That's awesome.
I swear to God. I got a picture. I swear to God, I put it on my
Awesome.
Instagram stories. I got a picture of the cake.
Let's see it. There we go. Yeah.
Hashtag PPC,
My
baby.
God.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Amazing. Yeah, I think
Uh,
that's awesome. I love the who's
Yeah.
Jason.
I love the two boys didn't know
Yeah.
why they were coming.
No, I love that. I love that. And
So-
they're just like, oh, there's cake. All right, I'm there.
So you
Like,
guys are planning on doing something like that?
Yeah, yeah. Well, now that I've seen that, I think I would like to. I don't think they did it like that. I think they just
Yeah.
made it into like a fun thing. So,
Sure. You're not gonna
now
have a
I
red
know.
theme.
oh my God, we will do that. That's amazing. Oh my God, we're gonna make posters and stuff.
You and I can throw her one. That's just creepy.
Yeah. Oh my God. Well, I think if we make it crazy like that, then she's got the same sense of humor as me. She
Dad and
probably think-
Godfather are gonna throw me a period party. That's just
No,
creepy.
she's already. You know what it'll be?
Huh.
Is we will be called upon to make it happen, and then told to
Get the fuck out.
not be lingering, and walk. You're here to bring the cake out.
You're there to see if any other moms are gonna be around. But yeah, I don't remember this stuff happening when we were kids.
Oh no, because now I don't know. It's weird how different it is. Because
Like-
back then it was more just like
Go to the river and do laundry for a week.
totally. Yeah, I love that. It's so. And when he said that, the visual I got was like Little House on the Prairie.
Totally.
I was like, go roll in the grass.
Something. Well, it's like did you ever read The Red Tent?
No, what's that?
It was a book that came out like 10 years ago, maybe more, where it goes into like the history of the period. And the Red Tent was like women would be banished because, they were considered unclean during that week. And
Whoa.
instead of seeing it as a bad thing, they were like, fuck yeah, no guys to have to worry about. We're out of here. And it was like a celebration. So not really a celebration, but, it was just a
but
nice
different.
break.
Yeah.
And
No.
so instead of what could have been really a negative thing became, they made the most of it.
That's cool.
But so I'll post an article from Women's Health about it. And
Okay.
it just talks about the pluses. I mean, for one, it takes away the stigma of it. But two,
Yeah.
if you invite a bunch of other girls, they can talk about it without, because you may not want to talk about it with your mom or your aunt or someone like that. But, or some girl that's been going through it for 3 months already.
Yeah.
At least, and she'll feel better about it too, because she's passing it on.
Yeah.
Because that ended up in that very special Sydney to the Max episode. I actually watched it because they played it
Mhm.
like Disney does a thing where they'll play the same episode like 4 times a day for like a week.
hmm
And then,
You heard about the period episode and ran to go watch it.
no, but when I saw it, but one of the girls like,
When you were randomly watching Disney.
fuck you.
kids.
I was watching it with my kid, asshole.
You're all, dude, it just came on.
What?
It just came on my.
She's a woman now. No.
Yo, dude, the actress was actually way older. She just had
No,
her playing.
I don't think she is. But anyway, when it came, it was kind of funny the way they did it because, like,
Did they
you know,
make a
she-
noise? Because it's a
No.
Disney joke show.
no,
Seems
but
like
like
Nickelodeon, they slime you.
no, but like she was on stage playing guitar, and then she just goes
Oh.
a look, but I guess she was ready, but I guess whatever she used wasn't put in properly.
Oh.
So all of her friends rallied around her and like walked around her like a little cloister around her so no one could see, so she could go fix what she had to fix. So it was, and then
Okay.
she found out, it's like, oh yeah, I've been doing this for like 6 months. Like, why didn't you say something? So it was just kind of like so it's a good supportive, because it's awful. Fuck, man, I could not imagine dealing with that bullshit. I mean,
Yeah.
I get mad if I get, the runs.
Yeah.
And this is way worse.
Oh my God, it would be awful. Awful.
And then there's like pictures of like cookies and stuff that are shaped like products, and I don't know.
I don't know.
Cakes.
I want to make a big party out of it. That'd
Yeah.
be pretty funny. I'll just go. What I always end up doing is I just go by what Oli wants to do. So if she's into it, I'll
course.
make it over the top.
Yeah.
We'll make it a Harry Potter one, probably.
For fuck's sake. Gee.
That's hecka funny, man.
We don't have the jar out right now, but I'm going to mark it down.
Damn it. Don't care.
So instead of a bad dad, we're going to put a viral dad who I guess he had to buy his daughter sanitary napkins for the first time. And they posted their text messages back and forth.
That's cool.
And it went viral. So I'll go through it really quick. So he writes, "I'm in Tesco's, I guess that's the store. Where are they?" And she writes back, "They're by all the deodorants and shampoo." "Okay, found them. Which ones do you want?" "Always." "Always what?" "No."
Oh my god, it's who's on first.
Yep.
That's awesome. Stop
No.
messing with me.
No, they're called Always. Oh, I see it. What the hell? £3.50? It's in the UK.
Oh,
Now there's hundreds of what? Oh wait, now what? There's hundreds of them.
there's hundreds of them.
And she writes to her dad, "Calm down." And he writes to her, "This woman's looking at me weird. Hurry up."
That's awesome.
And she writes back, "I need the nighttime ones. Should be purple packaging, scented with wings, please." What the fuck are wings? How will I know if they're scented? Do I have to smell them?
That's hilarious.
It'll say so on the packet. Chill out.
Chill out.
The dad writes back, "Okay, because smelling them would have been weird, wouldn't it? Do you need any creams?" And she writes back, "What the fuck? Why should I need creams?"
Did she really write what the fuck?
Yeah.
That's awesome. They could talk like that.
"Because I thought you ladies needed creams for after." And she writes back, "OMG, just pick them up and come home."
That's so funny. Just come home.
And he writes back, "Okay, Satan needs feeding. I'll bring you chocolate." Okay.
Aww.
So, awesome dad. I don't know if his name's on here. Anyway, cool dad. He handled it well. I mean, he freaked out.
Yeah, I like that she's the level head about it. I
Yeah.
love that it was kind of like the who's up first. That's awesome.
Do you get freaked out if you have to buy them?
Hell no.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm buying these for my daughter.
Well, no, but I mean, have you had to buy them when you were married?
Yep.
Yeah, so did I.
I'm like, yeah, buying them for my wife. What the hell?
And the guys always look at me like, and then
Yeah.
that's one thing where self-checkout is great.
Oh yeah. I don't know. That one's like one that never shamed me, like when you're really young and trying to buy like a condom or something.
Yeah.
Those
You
are
should be proud.
Well, I don't know. When you're like, trying to find it.
I'm buying condoms because
Yeah.
I'm going to use them. And then
Yeah.
that's a happy day when you go to the store. Now I'm more embarrassed. Yeah, I still fuck.
Oh, that's because then they look and go, oh.
Ew, old fat guy.
How mean. We're at the age where they're just like,
Ew.
"Get tired. Shut up."
Are you buying that for your kid?
Yeah. What you should do is whenever you bring it up, if they make a face or anything, just go, "Oh yeah." It's going down.
Yeah, I'm going to be using these babies, this 12-pack for the next 3 years, baby.
Yeah, I can still bring the thunder.
On that note,
You should
email
just
us.
tell
Yeah.
that when you go up there, if they make a face or whatever, just be like, "I don't know. Do you have any stronger ones though? I don't know if these are gonna work."
Are you talking condoms or pads?
The condom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna really.
Jeez.
That's so funny, man. Alright.
Do you have some that work with inflatable women? The cleanup is just a pain.
That'd be messy if you're like, "Can I return them if I don't end up using them?"
I've actually had some expire.
Damn it.
Mainly because I didn't know I had them, but still, it's just a sad day. You're like, oh,
You're like, "Oh well."
you're cleaning out a bathroom drawer and you go, oh man. But I think that speaks more to my cleaning. But if we haven't grossed you out, email us, thestandupdads@gmail.com. Looking forward to hearing from you guys, about how everything's going with the COVID stuff and how you guys deal with parenting. And, I want to see if in different countries or even different states, how you guys handle the whole first period thing. Do you guys have period parties internationally? If you need artwork,
you can go to Pencil for Hire. That's Pencil FOR Hire on Instagram, or pencilforhire.com, which it may actually get updated during
Yay.
the thing. Yeah.
Cool. And now is a perfect time to get Doug Gray's book, Eye of Mongambo. It's a graphic
Yes.
novel. It's hilarious. It's well done. It's affordable. It'll take up some time as you need some shit to read over the next few weeks.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah. And get my side project, The Gag on This podcast. We've been recording on Zoom for the past couple weeks, and we just interviewed Mikey Winfield. He won was it Last Comic Standing? He's been on Letterman a few times. That was a huge get. It was a great interview. That'll be coming out on Monday.
That's awesome.
I don't know. Take care of yourselves, and we will talk to you guys next week.
See you next week.
The thing I want to say is, thank you all for coming. Bye-bye.